What's up, my fellow YouTubers? So I figured I'd do a blog on my experience. It was kind of scary, um, like being in the ER when I was 41 back in 2016, and I'll be 50 within a year and a half. And since I've been taking care of myself more, but I don't smoke, I don't drink. I work out at the gym. When you're in your 20s, though, and you have a high metabolism, you tend to stay at 165. I went up to 185 at some point, and then at some point later on, I wanted to gain weight. I could bench 330 in my 30s. I actually got approached at one point by one of Gabriel Gonzaga's students at the gym that said I have it, and he wanted to train me. And on one hand, I was blown away, but on the other hand, he lives way out in Lowell. I'm on second shift, and the guy even said I am too. And I'm thinking, yeah, I got to fight guys like this. And Gabriel Gonzaga, I don't think so. You know what I mean? But the whole point was it was a huge compliment. I knew I was in my prime. I knew I had it. I was getting approached by real MMA fighters. It was a trip. So you don't really think about your health or your blood pressure or shit like that. You think, wouldn't say invincible, but like, okay, I'm in my prime. I don't really think about shit like that. And, but then when I got my house, 2008, I did notice that I was I was working 12-hour shifts, 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. a lot for overtime. I had to work. Well, it wasn't like I could just do my 40 hours and that's it. I had to work 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. Once I got that first vacation in and I saw my paycheck and I saw the bills, the new bills, I said, holy shit, I have to work. So there was one night I was drinking coffee like I am now. And so all of a sudden I just felt like my heart just go boom, boom, boom. Like it's not like when you get excited or when you're running and you're like this. It's just like it just starts for no reason and then it stops. And I was like, wow. And I'd be sleeping and the same thing would happen to me. And I think looking back, that was a sign that it was starting and I should have taken care of it right then and there. But blew it off, worked my 12-hour shifts, and I think 2009, 2010 came around, and they did a blood pressure test at work, and they said the bottom one is great, but the top one is a little bit higher than normal. And right then and there, it should have been a sign for me to check it out, whatever. But I blew it off. Then I turned 40, and I was like, yeah, I still got it, still got gas left in the tank, right? Like shit like that. And I was working a lot of 12-hour shifts, and those like heart population, whatever, not populations, pumpulation, whatever the fuck, you get it, right? Populations, whatever the fuck, they happen more often, and to the point where like sometimes I have to stop and catch my breath. And so one day I was 41, and I'll never forget it. It was President's Day, and we were looking forward to a long vacation, a long weekend, and they said, free blood pressure test. And I thought nothing of it. I woke up that day, and I'll never forget how I woke up that day feeling really good. Got it, and the lady said, that can't be right. Turn around. That can't be right. And I said, what? And she goes, ER right now. And I fucking, holy fuck. And never forget the doctor's office was right across the street, and they called an ambulance for me, and they said, you shouldn't even be walking around. And as in the ambulance, it was going up and up and up, and I guess I broke a record in the ambulance. Kind of scary. It's nothing to laugh about. And they told me in the ambulance, if you have a heart attack right now, we can't revive you. And of course, them telling me that kept on going up and up and up, and I spent the night in the ER that night. And the doctors put me through the ringer, and I'll never forget that, they kept on giving me these pills and pills and pills to try to take it down and down and down. And it went down when I relaxed and I rested, but like not down enough for their liking, obviously. And kept on giving me amlodipine. I'll never forget it because I'm still on it. And I'll never forget the moment. And my good friend came and visited me and got me my phone because my phone was at work. And it was scary, looking back. And then I'll never forget when they were doing all these blood tests and they don't let you sleep. And me, I'm the type of person, I need my fucking sleep. I was getting really aggravated. Kept on poking me, taking my blood. And they came in the room and I'll never forget, they said, you're not a diabetic, but your blood sugar is high. And I'm like, holy fuck, is it like... Now I have my coffee black. I'll put some cream in it once in a while, but I still have it black. And after that, like even now, I'm on 3 pills. I cut down on my coffee, or at least try to. I had to stop soda, and I'm on 3 pills, amlodipine. Uh, I was on metoprolol, and they changed that to Carvedilol. I don't know how to pronounce it, Carvedilol or whatever the fuck, just to try to get it lower. It's always high at the doctor's office, so it's really not easy to tell, and it fluctuates day by day. But here I am at 48. I'll be 49 in February, and I feel better. I've lost weight. I've lost about 13 pounds over the summer by trying to diet. Diet's tough, but I try to go to the gym more. Well, I'm gonna try to go to the gym more. Try to eat healthier, stay away from junk food type of thing. It's hard, but I definitely feel better than I used to, and I get less of those like heart pop, whatever the fuck, palpation, whatever. Once in a great while again, but not like I used to. So that's a good sign. And the other one, yeah, lisinopril is the other pill that I'm on, but it's scary. I guess my whole point is doing this blog that don't think that you're invincible when you go past your 30s, or even when you're in your 30s, or even 20s. Always get your blood pressure checked out, and because the heart disease is a silent killer, you know what I mean? And we never know when our last day is, you know what I mean? We could wake up, today could be our last day, of course. It's always good to stay spiritual, right? To keep in contact with a big guy, right? And yeah, it's a little hypocritical for me to say that in this channel, because obviously I don't always play Christian games, right? Are there any Christian games out there where you play tic-tacs with the crosses? Okay, you get my point, right? I'm not like saying that I'm this holier than thou guy. It's just, it's important to know where you're going, at least to some level, on a spiritual level, because we never know what day's going to be our last. But on the physical level, you want to last a good life, right? You want a good, healthy life. You want to make sure that you're around a while. You don't want this death wish of, hey, I could just go at any time, so fuck it, you only live once. But I think we are in that balance of you only live once and you want to be around a while, So once in a while, okay, I'll say yes to that fried chicken and pizza, but not as much as I used to, right? Not every weekend, all the time. So there's a balance. And let me know in the comments, have you ever had blood pressure problems, or been in the ER, or had anything like that happen to you? Because for me it was kind of scary, but hey, here I am, and I'm doing better than I was, and I have my blood checked, due for a physical, and I always get nervous. I have that white coat syndrome, so I know it's going to be fucking high no matter what. I'm going to try not to have coffee that day, but I know I can't wait to get it over with. But hey, I'm doing the best I fucking can, you know what I mean? We're not perfect, we're fucking human. I don't drink, I don't smoke, okay? I don't do fucking drugs, okay? What killed me was fried chicken and pizza, right? Oh, man. All right, so let me know in the comments if you've had any experiences like this, and I figured I'd do a blog on mine. All right, and I will have more blogs in the future. Peace out, my fellow YouTubers.